To prepare for our home activity for the month of December, I would like to share a book with you called The Giving Manger, written by Allison Hottinger, illustrated by Emily King. The Giving Manger. For my 5 little champions who give me more than I could ever give them. All year we would wait with joy and delight to receive a wood toy on Christmas night. Father would carve them with love and care because we had little money to spare. One Christmas was different. A new tradition began. On Thanksgiving Day, Father told us the plan. Children, we will give more gifts this year. More than one gift. I was thrilled to hear. The giving will start on the first day of December. Those days of waiting were the longest I remember. On December 1st, I ran downstairs to see just what special thing my first present would be. No wrapping, no ribbon, no presents were there. Just a simple wood manger Father made with care. Children, this manger's my gift to you. Listen, and I'll tell you just what to do. This Christmas we'll celebrate the great gift of all. Jesus Christ born, a baby so small. Throughout his life, Christ always was giving, loving, serving, and never receiving. This year we will offer gifts back to him by serving others, giving gifts from within. Each time you serve someone, you also serve Christ. Remember the scripture we read last night. Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. As you serve others, you also serve Jesus. That is the message this scripture teaches. Each time you serve, put a straw in the manger. Serve your brother, your mother, a friend, or a stranger. I felt sad that this manger was all I would get. Dad said more gifts. I couldn't forget. I noticed my brother had tears in his eyes. I could not remember ever seeing him cry. I cannot believe Dad would do this, he said. He promised us gifts, then just gave us this bed. We don't ask for much, just one measly toy. Why is he taking our Christmas joy? That morning was filled with frustration and anger. I wanted to throw away the manger. But when I got home from school that day, the manger held 10 new pieces of hay. My chores were all finished, my laundry all done. A note on my bed said, "Anne, go have fun." My mother had worked hard serving me. Gifts aren't always found under a tree. It was my turn to serve and give to others. I'd follow the example of Christ and my mother. I thought about Jesus, that if he'd been there, he'd want me to love, he'd want me to care. I started to give by washing dishes, then cleaned off Dad's boot and gave him kisses. I wrote a kind note for my brother Ben, placed straw in the manger, went to bed with a grin. But Ben was still mad, refused to join in. I decided I'd fix it by serving him. While Ben did his homework, I snuck out the door. I shoveled the snow, his least favorite chore. The next day, I saw him put straw in the manger. Gone was the sadness, disappointment, and anger. He'd woken up early, heading out to the shed, building and painting a baby doll bed. He'd made this gift for the girl down the street. They had no toys or money and little to eat. I asked my mom if we had food we could spare. We walked to her house, hoping no one would hear. We knocked, left the gifts, and ran away, hid behind a bush to hear what they'd say. Jane opened the door with tears in her eyes. Our prayers were answered. Look at this surprise. As we walked away, I looked up at Ben. We served Jesus, Anne, by helping them. Now I see what serving really can do. It brings joy to those you serve and changes you. On Christmas, the manger was full. We'd done it. Then Father told us there was one more present, a small baby Jesus carved by our mother, so simple, so humble, and like no other. You did it, my children. The manger is full, full of service and love. The baby it now holds. Baby Jesus had no crib for a bed, but you gave him this manger filled with love instead. The end.